as a real estate investor, especially in the vacation short-term rental market, it's better to be invested in a $3.5 million home on the beach that sleeps 21 people than it is to be invested in a 3-bedroom shanty off the beach in the back row that you own 100%, because that front row beachfront property is going to rent every available week, whereas the back one may not. It's better for me to take a share of the $3 million place than own the entire $300,000 place that doesn't rent as frequently as the other one.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Real Estate Pro Show. I'm your host, Erika, and today I'm thrilled to be joined by Douglas Rich, the CEO of PlumCo Ownership. Doug is shaking things up in the vacation market with a tech-driven approach. Doug, it's so good to have you on the show today.
Thanks, Erika. Thanks for having me.
So for those who aren't familiar with your world, Doug, give us the rundown. How did you get started in the real estate tech world, and what led you to focus on this company?
Yeah, so what got me started is I basically, way back when, was hand in hand with my wife starting a real estate marketing company. And what we did is we leveraged the latest technology in order to help real estate agents market their properties. And that leveraged things like Matterport, drones, video walkthrough, basically a whole package to just make people understand what the home looked like and what the home was, so that they can make better buying decisions before they either went to look at the property, or even if they wanted to buy it without looking at the property. And we had a couple of situations where people did that. And so we decided to venture out into a virtual broker edge, which was basically a real estate company that allowed people to look at and buy homes online without having to go to a lawyer's office or a real estate office and things like that. So fast forward to after COVID, and I was approached by the investors of Plum to see if I wanted to take over the company to help move it to the next level. And I looked at Plum and I said, this is amazing, because it kind of brings together two parts of my background. The other part of my background was software, technology, sales. So the combination of the real estate background and the software sales background really made this a perfect fit for me in moving it forward.
Yeah, that's so awesome. Doug, with Plum, what do you see? What kind of opportunities do you see in the market? Do you guys work in other areas that other people might not notice?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it would be helpful to really describe exactly what Plum does so that it's clear as we move forward. So at Plum, we help people buy, sell, and manage co-owned vacation homes.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
Now, when you think of the vacation home market and all aspects of it, there's a lot of people who are investing in that market. So we see a lot of people who, are on the short-term rental investment train, so to speak. And we run into a lot of people who either are not making the money they thought they were going to make in the short-term market, or they want to take equity out of their short-term rental home. And so they come to us saying, can you help us fractionalize our property so that we can take advantage of, several people owning the property instead of just one. So yes, we run into investors of all types, real estate investors, and we help them leverage different deals that are out there. But one thing that's unique about us that we do is we also bring investors together. I've had a couple of our customers are people from dispersed backgrounds who've come together and bought an investment property together. So we check them out, we make sure that they are all and then we help them go out and actually buy an investment property as a group. And that has worked out fabulous for our various clients that have opted for that approach.
Doug, being in the front driver's seat of this company, what has been the most rewarding part about building the platform?
It's just really, building the platform is great because it's innovative. It's on the cutting edge as far as technology and real estate. I feel in the future, we will be the platform for buying and selling any fractional properties. And we make it so easy using technology that you'll be able to conduct the entire transaction right from either your phone or a website. Doesn't matter, because it doesn't necessarily have to involve lawyers. It doesn't have to involve, recording any documents, things like that. The whole transaction can happen online automatically with very few steps in the process.
Doug, co-ownership doesn't sound like something that's easy, but I know you guys have the process to make it work. Can you kind of break down how you simplify and streamline that?
Yeah, that's probably, you hear co-ownership and everybody starts going, oh, there's 5 other people involved in this, doing this and doing this. And if you did it on your own, it would be a nightmare. So the whole process is so let's say I'm a seller and I own a vacation home and I want to sell shares of it. So if I was doing it without Plum, I'd have to go and talk to an attorney and figure out what's the best way to actually do this. Plum has already figured that out. Once I kind of go through those first steps, then what do I do? Plum has the ability to manage it because communication, scheduling, finances, all can create challenges among co-owned individuals and things like that. And then when it goes to finding people, that's the other thing. How do you find people that you want to invest in your property? And so that's where Plum comes in as far as getting other buyers to invest in a fractional property. If you think about finding a group of people to buy a place, an investor group, for lack of a better term, how do you know you're getting involved with people that are on the up and up and are credit worthy and everything like that? We at Plum, we figured that out.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency. It's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
The first step in the process is to get Plum certified. So everyone in our community is already vetted, at least through a credit check and a background check. And then when they come to buy a property, we make sure that they have the assets on hand, so you're not getting into any situations that could cause problems. And then we also provide our out-of-the-box operating agreement. It's actually a blueprint, but it's been a well thought out operating agreement for how to function as a group owning a vacation property. Things like, do you allow pets? Are you allowing short-term rentals? What happens when somebody doesn't pay their maintenance fees? All those things are well thought out in the operating agreement. So you know exactly what to do every step of the way if there's any issues.
Yeah, I love that. Doug, have you seen investors, say those flipping or holding rental portfolios, use your platform to diversify into vacation homes or manage group investments?
Usually, yeah, it's usually real estate investors who are, looking for different ways to diversify as one way. But I think a lot of them realize that the short-term rental market is getting more and more tricky from an investment perspective, but it's still very lucrative. And what you find is that the higher priced homes, the more desirable places are maintaining their short-term rental value. And so more and more people are looking for those bigger, more expensive rentals for their vacations. And so as a real estate investor, especially in the vacation short-term rental market, it's better to be invested in a $3.5 million home on the beach that sleeps 21 people than it is to be invested in a 3-bedroom shanty off the beach in the back row that you own 100%, because that front row beachfront property is going to rent every available week, whereas the back one may not. So they're finding that these more expensive properties are better. So if I'm an investor, I have 300 grand to invest, it's better for me to take a share of the $3 million place than own the entire $300,000 place that doesn't rent as frequently as the other one.
That
So
makes
it is a good diversification strategy for investors.
Yeah, that makes so much sense, Doug. Every operator has a moment where things get real. Maybe a deal went sideways or you had to pivot fast. Doug, can you share one of those moments from your journey with Plum or in the past and how you navigated that?
Yeah. I mean, I can definitely share it from Plum. So what happens is, in our whole process, one of the things that's critical piece is that the operating agreement has to be locked down and solid. So basically you have an LLC, the company, we create an operating agreement for that LLC. I ran into a situation where a buyer was going to buy a share of an LLC, basically buy a share of the property, and they were caught off guard by the operating agreement. Now, the property that we were representing changed our standard operating agreement, and basically it was how long the co-owners would hold it. And so it was not appealing to that couple. And then I realized that it's very important for Plum to have a standard operating agreement template that all of our clients use. And if they decide not to use them, that there's no guarantees here, but at least when buyers come to our marketplace with our standard operating agreement, they know what they're getting. They know they're going to get the standard Plum term. If there is a term, they know they're going to get their standard T's and C's in the operating agreement, and they can look at it early in the process to see if it's valuable for them. So you don't go down all the way down the road and then find out, oh, I can't live with these terms and conditions. So that was kind of the bell that went off, where now we offer a standard operating agreement. That's the bell that went off, where we have a standard process, standard buying process. And we're in the process of automating soup to nuts from first look at a property to purchase of a property step by step on our website.
That's exciting. Are you using certain technology like AI to do that?
We are taking advantage of a lot of AI, but more along the lines of kind of from a marketing perspective. So when you describe your property, we have the AI. When you do this and that, we're really taking advantage of another aspect of AI on the workflow. So how to know where to go through the whole process. So yeah, I mean, AI is critical. As I said, we're not a giant company, and without AI, I don't know if we could meet all the things we have to do.
Yeah. Well, I know that you're excited about the future of this company, Doug. What do you see next on the horizon? What's your strategy to scale Plum to a wider audience?
Yeah. So next in the property, again, it's all about automation for us. So it's, as I mentioned, I want that entire process from beginning to end to be fully automated, where it requires no human interaction, where the transfer of funds is taking advantage of some of the latest things in the market, like stablecoin and things like that, where these properties become fractional properties become fully fungible. So I will be happy at the end of the year when we have completed a complete sale of a fractional property on our website without hardly any interaction with Plum itself. And that's the goal, because the way I see it is I see our marketplace as the place where people will not only in the future, not only buy fractional vacation properties, but you may also see it as a mechanism for people to buy real estate in general, just buy a home using our platform. So, but that's what I see as the future. So,
Exciting. Doug, before we wrap up, if someone wants to connect with you, learn more about Plum, what's the best way for them to do that?
yeah, it's real easy. www.plumcoownership.com. It's all one word, PlumCo Ownership. You can reach out to me. I'm on LinkedIn, Doug Rich with PlumCo Ownership on LinkedIn or any of the social platforms. Or you can just, on our website, we have our number, 843-284-61. I'd love to hear from anyone and discuss, what we're doing here at Plum.
Awesome, Doug. Thanks so much for being on the show. I love what your company is doing and how it's making co ownership something that is seamless and stress free. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, and if you want to hear, all the different trends and things within our marketplace today, feel free to go to our website and sign up for my newsletter. I have over 15,000 subscribers. I'm coming out with new content every week, just updating the market in different areas as well.
Awesome. And for those of you tuning in, if you got value from this episode, make sure that you're subscribed to the Real Estate Pro Show. We've got more conversations coming up with operators like Doug who are out there building fantastic real estate tech empires. We'll see you on the next episode.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.